So I'm pretty sure I used my half price item to get this bag of little bitty new cotton cleanups. Yes, this is small. I was very surprised that it was even in the box. Actually, you saw the size of the box here. And it was in there. There's no way that the old cotton cleanups would have fit. Which, by the way, I happen to have a bag of the old. Not, I will say, not the original size of the cotton cleanups. Because they didn't announce when they shrunk a little bit in the larger size. Around the time, I think, that the price went up to $10 for the larger size, they also shrunk a little bit. So here's the normal size. And I just had this in my stash. And here, I have to back up a little, is the small. So there's still 25 here, 25 here. Turn this way. These are just, I mean, these are almost the size of cotton ball, the large super jumbo cotton balls. So I'm just completely blown away, and I will be weighing and testing these out, and I may just add it to the end of this video. Anyway, I'm going to open this up now that I've shown this to you and pull one out. Actually look at it. I just noticed this. So, you can see there's almost a hole or a gap there in the center where these are spun together or wrapped around. I don't remember ever seeing that. No. I don't remember ever seeing or noticing that in the old ones because it's not there in the old ones. So here's the old. Here's the new. Seriously, y'all. Oh my gosh. So they are about the same height. But this is a lot looser. The new ones are a lot looser. And you can see that, there we go. And you can see in the center where there's basically not anything. Ridiculous. Okay. I also have a scale that I wanted to weigh these on. I'm just curious now if they're all like that or... Yeah, you can see where the center is on these. You could not see that on the old ones. It was stuffed to the brim. I mean, I can't even push that on the old. So all right, I'm going to pick up the camera. We're just going to go ahead and do this on this video. I'm going to pick up the camera and go over to the scale so we can weigh these. I'm going to go ahead and put those over there. And of course the cardboard will be some of the weight. I don't want you to get dizzy while I'm moving you, so let's go over here. All right. I mean, look at this. That's ridiculous. Okay. Of course, there will be people that love them as they are and be willing to pay that. Actually, let's start with the big one. 8.31 grams. And of course, some of that, yes, is going to be the little handle there. So 2.39. So about what? A quarter of the size? Okay, so I ended up accidentally messing up the one we initially weighed. So I was pulling out another one and pulled out a few of the small ones, the new ones, and noticed that there is a distinct difference, several things actually, in the newer versions. So compared to the old, the new ones are not wound as tight. They are a darker color, They are much more varying sizes. And even how they're put together is different. You know, you can see the center in these three, and in this one, you can see it's like the thick pieces were just folded in half. You can see the seam all the way to the edge here. See if I can get that closer. You can see this center piece goes all the way to the edge, so it's almost like it was folded in half instead. And then around that is this band, you know, to make it look nice, I guess, and which is also distinct here, the band on the outside. I've never noticed that in the old versions. Not to say that's not how they're done, but with all of those differences, in my opinion, these new ones are made from a different company. Probably a company that would make them for cheaper. My guess would be cheaper materials, but I don't know that for sure. It's just my thoughts. I know all companies are looking for, you know, better prices in producing products. Anyway, it's just the economy we're in right now. And I have a feeling this is just like everything else. This is shrinkflation at its finest. Yeah, and we just have to deal with it. I didn't even like paying $6 for the larger size, and then they got smaller without even announcing it. And now, and then they raised the prices of the old version to $10 for 25, and now we've gone down back to $6, but for about a quarter, we'll say a third, for a third the size, for back to the initial price. So, you know, it's not something I'm going to buy all the time, but I never even bought the big ones all the time either. So let's get to soaking up some wax, right, with these new versions. I think I'm going to go middle of the road. I'm going to test with this one. That one looks the smallest. This one looks the biggest. These two, I think, are pretty similar. Actually, that's smaller. So I'm going to go with kind of the medium size out of all of them. And of course, we can weigh them. Let's see. To see if the way they look matches their actual weight. So I think this is the smallest at 3.09, which is actually larger than the initial one that was weighed. 3.46, 3.33. Yeah, so about what I was thinking. Oh, this is the biggest, right? 3.89. I forget, what was that? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. I think this, weight-wise, is middle of the road. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording until I get to a warmer so we can see it soak up the wax. Okay, so here we go. This is 2 cubes of Scentsy wax. Not the smallest cubes, not the 2 largest, kind of middle of the road here. And we're gonna see how fast. And we're gonna see if we can soak up another warmer's worth, which would be another 2 cubes. So this is real time. I'm not speeding this up at all. Does look like the bottom part of this is kind of, I don't want to say falling apart, but loosening. Okay, so now we're going to get to that second warmer real quick. Okay, second warmer, here we go. So, I've always had issues getting the full height of the cotton cleanups to soak up wax. It does look like this is slowly soaking it up, and if it does soak up all of this, that means that it will do 4 cubes. You may have to roll it around a little bit to use that top edge. I'm going to say at best this is going to do 3 cubes without extra effort. I think it's pretty much stopped absorbing. see if we can turn it on its side and get it to absorb some more. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say this easily is not gonna pick up 4 cubes. Bless you, Jakey. And okay, we're gonna say 3 cubes at best with the new ones. And curious, yeah. I think because it's a looser woven cotton, it's going to drip probably a little bit. Especially if we push it to try to make it soak up that 4th one, right? Okay. Again, real time. Yeah, for me, these are personally not going to be something I purchase all the time. I will have a pack like I had with the older ones on hand in case I'm just really wanting to use these for some reason, but all right, so there you have it. We're going to call it at best 3 cubes. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and week and month and year, etc. Thanks for stopping by.